Hello everyone. Today I'm gonna show to you top 5 chess traps. I forgot to mention in my first video that in my chess channel in YouTube I will show to you chess games played by famous players and chess traps for beginners. So in the first video I showed to you a game, and now I'm gonna show top 5 chess traps. And we're gonna start with the first chess trap. It's the Tennyson Gambit, and starts with e4, d5. This is the Scandinavian defense. We're gonna play knight f3, sacrificing this pawn. D takes e4 and g5, knight g5, and here your opponent is gonna protect the pawn with knight f6. And now comes d3. Your opponent usually is gonna accept this. E takes d3 and bishop takes d3. Here the most popular move is h6, kicking your knight. But we're gonna sacrifice the knight as well, and we're gonna play knight takes f7. This knight is forking the queen and the rook, so it has to be captured. And now comes bishop takes g6 check, king takes bishop, and queen. It's gone. So that's the first trap. Is to capture the queen, and now you can win the game more easily. The second trap is the legal trap. Starts with e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop c4. This is Italian game. d6, knight c3, and bishop g4. And from here the knight is pinned to the queen, but we're gonna sacrifice the queen. We're gonna play knight takes e5, and if your opponent takes the queen here, then comes bishop takes f7 check, king e7, the only move, and now comes knight d5 checkmate. This is the legal trap with the queen sacrifice, and you're going to win the game. And now let's see chess traps with the black pieces. Let's see how many traps you have with the black pieces. The first trap is the fishing pole trap. Starts with e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop c4. Again, Italian game. But in the fishing pole trap, you have many opportunities, so many opportunities to play it. We just want our opponent to castle first. As soon as he castles, we're gonna play knight to g4. And here the most popular move is to kick back the knight, but we're gonna sacrifice the knight. h5. H takes g5, h takes g4, sorry, and h takes g4. And now the knight is under attack, so the knight is gonna move to a1. And now comes queen h4, threatening checkmate. For example, if random move you get checkmate, the queen is supported by the rook here. So if your opponent tries to push f3 to free some squares for the king, now you're gonna push g3, and whatever he plays, he's gonna get checkmated. This is the first trap, and the second trap is the Lasker trap. Starts with d4, d5, f4, queen's gambit declined with e5. This is the Albin counter gambit. And here usually you're gonna see d takes e5, the most popular move. And now comes d4. Your opponent may think that, yeah, he can exchange this pawn here, this passed pawn, but you're gonna play bishop b4 check. And here usually your opponent is gonna stop this with bishop d2. But now comes d takes e3, and you're sacrificing this bishop here. If he accepts this sacrifice, now comes d takes f2 check. The king cannot capture the pawn because you lose the queen. So the king should go to e2, and now capturing on g1 and promoting to queen. Here the most popular move is promoting to a knight, but I suggest promoting to a queen, because after your opponent captures the queen, then comes bishop g4 check and wins the queen. It's over. Black is winning here. So this is the fourth trap, and the last trap I'm showing to you is my favorite one. I've beat many opponents with this trap. Is the Blackburne Shilling Gambit. Starts with e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop c4. This is the Italian game, And we're gonna sacrifice the e5 pawn by playing knight d4, and this pawn is free. Your opponent usually captures this pawn. And now comes queen g5. The knight is under attack, so the knight has to move, and the most popular move is to move the knight to f7. Knight takes f7, because your opponent thinks that he's tricking you, he's forking the king and the rook, but actually you're tricking him. You're gonna play queen takes g2, and if you wanna save this rook, the only move is rook f1. Now comes queen takes c4 check. You get a block with the Your opponent is gonna block with a bishop, and now comes smaller checkmate. Knight f3 checkmate. Your opponent cannot capture the knight here. The bishop is pinned by the queen. So this is the Blackburn Shilling Gambit, and these are top 5 chess traps for beginners. And yeah, that's all for this video. See you in my next one.